Welcome to Investor Army. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're watching the channel, and I hope I can share with you something that's going to help you with your real estate business. Go ahead and hit that same red button that will subscribe you to our channel. Hit the notification symbol as well. That's going to notify you when future videos come out because you don't want to miss any, because sometimes, notice how I said sometimes. I didn't say always, so give me a break. I said sometimes. I will put out a video that's pretty good, that's going to help you increase your income, help you avoid making stupid, costly mistakes that really hurt, that I've already made for you. So listen to these videos, guys, because you don't want to go through what I've been through. Also, some of the videos are going to be on entrepreneurship, real estate entrepreneurship, to help you increase value and add value to your marketplace, your local marketplace, which is going to help you grow your business bigger, stronger, faster, which I know you will agree is a good idea. Now, if you have questions or comments, you know where they go. They go below. Let's dig into today's video because, guys, I have a couple things I want to talk to you about today. Hopefully I can point out a few things that can help you kind of adjust your thinking and kind of feel more confident about going forward in this business, because right now there's a dirty little evil word that everybody wants to talk about, but nobody wants to talk about, going on in 2017. It's been going on for some time now, and that word is collapse, right? Is it coming in 17, 18, 19, 20, 2025, 2050, or never? Does anybody know? Hell no, nobody knows. Don't listen to these idiots out there trying to tell you, oh, well, it's coming this year or next year. Nobody knows. People are going on past events using historic data, trying to predict the future, which all we can do is work back using deductive reasoning, trying to decide when is it coming and trying to prepare accordingly. But nobody actually knows. Nobody has a crystal ball. It could happen this year, next year, 5 years from now. So what does that mean? Well, to be honest, nobody really knows, but my best advice for you is to continue on conducting business as you have been, and don't worry about trying to prepare for Armageddon if you don't know it's actually coming, right? Because if you're changing your business model, or you're changing things, or you're stopping buying expensive houses, those bigger, higher end flips that you've been buying, or you're a builder and you're stopping trying to buy new lots to build on because you're scared you don't want to get caught at the top of the market with spec houses, guys, don't be living in this fear and paranoia. It's going to creep into your mindset, and it could cost you a lot of money, because what if you pass up on some deals because you're so sure that your mentor or whoever told you it's going to collapse in 18, and you passed up on some big deals because you didn't want to get caught at the top of the market, and then it didn't collapse till 2020 or 2025, guys, you're going to lose a lot of money. So continue on until you see some serious indicators tell you otherwise that things are going to change. The other reason, guys, that you shouldn't be worried is because real estate investors that know what they're doing are going to make money in an up market or a down market. It's not going to bother you either way. In fact, historically, looking back, some of the biggest fortunes were made in down markets because people knew what they were doing. While blood is on the streets, buy, baby, right? That's what they say. So you're just going to have to change what you're doing. For example, if you're a wholesaler right now, you need to be motivated, seller conscious. Even though we talk about joint venture wholesaling, that's for people starting their business with no money. Once you have money, you should be doing heavy marketing, because the biggest deals are going to be coming from direct to seller marketing, because there's very limited inventory. If you can find deals, there's buyers everywhere, right? There's money everywhere. Hard money lenders are stacked up, they backed up, they can't get their money in play. I've got millions and millions of dollars sitting on the sideline that I can't even get into play. We're looking for more deals all the time. If you're in Dallas, send me your deals. I am a buyer. Now, if the market flips a 180, all that money that was so free and flowing is going to dry up. And all those people that had good jobs, that had a one income family, one plan A, they didn't have plan B, C, D, E, or F, right? Remember, multiple streams of income. If you have a job and that's your only source of income, guys, you are gambling with your life, because if that job goes away because you get fired, you get laid off, or the business goes under, or whatever happens, your life is over, right? Until you can get a new job. And what happens is people buy houses at the top of the market, 100 cents on the dollar, and really the people that got hurt in the real estate market collapse, why you hear it on the news or on the radio about all these people that got beat up in the real estate collapse, it's because they bought retail houses from rehabbers like you who fixed it up and sold it at 100 cents on the dollar. They bought it retail to live in, and after closing costs and the little bit of money they put in it, they're negative equity. If the market corrects just a little bit, 10, 15% and drops, they're so far negative equity that they're either going to have to short sell the house or go through foreclosure after they lose their job, which a lot of people lost their job in 2007, 2009. But what happens to real estate investors that know what they're doing, if you're good at raising money or good at finding buyers, the deals are going to be everywhere, because people are going to literally be calling you, begging you to take their house. And so those who can find the buyers are going to make more money wholesaling. Now, if you're owning rental properties and you're in a safe leveraged position according to market value, you're not going to have to worry about it either, as long as you're making good cash flow. But if your properties don't cash flow well and you're at $100 a month, you're in some trouble, because what if your rents drop $200 a month and then people are losing their jobs and you're going to have to cover that mortgage payment? Guys, if you don't have a bunch of free and clear properties, make sure you're in a safe position. You may want to sell some of them off if it looks like it's going to get tight and things are going to turn on us. But the good thing is, real estate doesn't collapse like the stock market does in 2 weeks overnight. It happens over a slow sliding period. A lot of times it's an 18-month period. So guys, you have some time to get out. But you don't want to get caught with low leverage position properties where if it drops 25%, you have no equity or negative equity, and now you're not cash flowing. But if you're in a safe position, you're fine, you can ride it out. Also, if you're in a real low price point, say you own $25,000 to $50,000 properties, who cares if they drop $10,000, $15,000 in value? They're going to go back up anyways. They're not really an equity play. You're playing on the cash flow, and it's not going to drop that much anyways, because where are people going to move? They're going to move into the fields and the bushes. Are they going to live on a river? Like, where are they going to go? They have to live somewhere. So if you're in a low price point market, you're still in an okay position. So I wouldn't be too worried about what happens if the market crashes. You're just going to need to adjust your strategy. But a lot of people got wiped out because of a house like the one I'm sitting in. This is a 4,000 square foot house in Frisco, Texas. Now, if you're around the country, you may not know Frisco unless you look at some of the top 10 boards. This is one of the top 10 countries from what a lot of people tell you. And if you're in DFW, you know Frisco very well. This is where basically the Cowboys just built their new practice stadium. There's huge developments going up everywhere. It is very tough to get a house like this. They're a higher price point house, and we got pretty lucky to get this one, guys. But my carrying costs on a house like this are over $4,000 a month. What does that mean? It means it's very risky. If you have 10 houses like this and you bought them right at the top of the market and you put the houses on the market and it doesn't sell quickly and the market stalls and the buyers disappear, you're in a tough spot because you have heavy carrying costs, and then you're going to get to know what it feels like to feel the real estate squeeze. So what's the squeeze, guys? If you haven't yet felt this and you're not in the business yet, you're gonna feel this as soon as you actually start buying properties, because it's easy to watch it on TV, but once you put that loan in place, and if you're a real estate investor, you know what I'm talking about. Once you start putting the weight on your shoulders, stacking loans on your shoulders, stacking, putting your own money out in the field, and you've got millions and millions of dollars of loans on your back, it gets harder to walk, right? You got the real pressure of the world. You got real risk involved, right? So say we put the house up at $500,000 and we have over $4,000 carrying costs. If it takes 2 months versus 4 months to sell the house, that's almost $10,000 in carrying costs. And on a house in this price point, guys, you can't decrease the price, right, by $5,000 and get people to notice it. You're looking at $15,000 minimum, usually $20,000 to $25,000 decrease. So if it takes 2 months and you drop the price to $25,000, you're between $30,000 and $35,000 drop. So if you're predicting that you're going to make $60,000, you just lost half your profit. And if you carried a couple more months, and also now you're thinking, oh man, maybe I should have updated those other showers. Now you start pumping more money in. It starts to squeeze. So you're coming down on price, and your carrying costs are rising and repair costs are rising, and all of a sudden you can pass like this, and before you know it, that $60,000, $70,000 profit that looked like you were going to make was going to be a lock. Now all of a sudden, because there's 10 houses on the market in your subdivision, you're not able to sell a house, and now you're looking at trying to just dump the property and not have to get foreclosed on or turn the property back to your lender because you're going to lose $20,000, $30,000. So you got to be careful. And this is what happened to a lot of rehabbers back in the day, is they got really overexerted. They were buying too many houses. They were playing way too over leveraged. They got too much of their own money in the game, and they took some big risk, and these houses sat and carrying costs ate them alive, and then they basically got foreclosed on, and that's how they all lost millions of dollars just like that. But if you buy safe rental properties in low price point, guys, you're going to ride it out, which a lot of people did. Also, if you own owner finance notes, really your only risk is this. If your tenant buyer can't make the payment, they get foreclosed on. But a lot of banks aren't giving loans out, so you can sell your properties pretty easily to people, but you may just have to reduce the size of your down payment. So what I want to point out is that you need to be careful as a wholesaler and a rehabber right now. So if you're a rehabber, guys, you need to be very careful and look at days on market when you're buying from wholesalers. And just specifically a case study lately, I had a young wholesaler I bought a house from, identical numbers. A few weeks later, he sent me like the exact same property basically, but in a different area, where he was like, it's still the exact same repair cost, exact same percentage of market value, and this meets my formula exactly, 0.8 or whatever it is, minus market value, minus repairs, minus whatever, right? So people are looking at the numbers. As wholesalers, they've never taken a risk, they never closed on a property. But the days on market on that original property were 5, 7, 2, 1, 1, right? They were selling in the first week because it's such a hot area and a high traffic area. Where in this other property, these were a little older properties, more colonial built houses, more unique properties in a smaller subdivision. And yeah, the numbers look identical on paper, but the difference of days on market were 4 to 6 months, right? Yeah, I could have technically sold it for that much, but if I have to carry that long at $4,000 or $5,000 a month, that's an extra $20,000, $30,000, and when we're looking at making $25,000, $30,000 a flip, that makes it a no deal. So this is why wholesalers sometimes have no idea why buyers aren't buying certain properties. So guys, think about that. Look at days on market and kind of look at the condition of the area, because sometimes it's too risky for an investor and they're looking at other things than you are. So guys, I wouldn't be worried about the end of the market coming or the end of the world coming with the market falling out. And if it does, just switch your strategy, guys. And if you're rehabbing a lot of houses right now, start building your buyers list, because wholesaling houses is the safest strategy in a diving market, because you don't have any risk except your marketing dollars and your earnest money and your option money. And guys, you can get in and out of properties quickly, and you can get a house under contract and sell it in a time frame before the comps can change, because you're basically selling it in live time. But if you're a rehabber and you're rehabbing high-end properties, this is my one warning of advice, guys. High-end properties like this is getting pretty iffy, right? But we're still doing it because we haven't seen any serious indicators. But if I feel like it's slowing down here in DFW, I will let you know. But that is the one person in the business that really should look out if the market seems like it's turning and the tides are turning. If you're a high-end rehabber, pay very close attention. And as long as you're buying low day on market properties, you should be okay, guys. But other than that, don't worry about it. Don't let these fear mongers kind of stress you out. And if you're doing the right thing in the down market and you're saving your money and you're hoarding your money, or you're doing a good job raising money right now, you're going to make millions. So I'll see you on the next one. I hope you liked today's video, guys. If you have any other videos that you want me to film, let me know. Subscribe to the channel. Remember, hit that red button. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day.